Well, Bill, we set this schedule up, and obviously with Cincinnati and Youngstown and Michigan State, that's a tough start. And we knew when we scheduled Grace, people look at it and say, well, it's an NEIE school, but they're a top 25 NEIE school. And I spent a lot of time at that level, and I understand that these schools can play. So being 5-1 coming in, playing with a lot of confidence, they've got shooters. We knew it was going to be a tough basketball game. The thing I'm disappointed in is that we had a lead and we couldn't stretch it. But I got to give a lot of credit to Grace there because they got really hot and hit 4 of their first 5 threes in the second half to take the lead away. But then we went to the bench, we changed the style that we were playing, and we went on a nice run and pulled out first win of the year.
Talk about that depth of being able to go to the bench and bring out a Libby Ogden, a Haley Siebert. Just talk about what that does for a team. You have that kind of depth. Amanda Anderson
right
off the bench.
Well, like I've been saying, this is the closest basketball team we've ever had and the deepest basketball team we've ever had. 3 of those, well, basically 3 of them, because Amanda only played a couple minutes at Michigan State. Haley didn't play. Libby didn't play. And then all of a sudden there's 11 minutes to go, and it's tied. And we went to people that didn't even play because we have confidence in them. I mean, they're here because they can play. The problem is you can't play 12 people, 13 people every game. So sometimes you get stuck in rotations. But it's nice to know and that if we need to change the style, if we need to sub somewhere, we've got the personnel that can do it. And that group went on a 27-10 run in the last 11 minutes with players that were freshmen and haven't logged a lot of minutes. So that's only going to make us stronger down the stretch.
Now, Rachel, you had a really good game with 6 assists, 8 points, or I think 10 points, 11 points. A couple of rebounds. Just did the game open up for you today a little bit?
Yeah, I felt like I was more aggressive attacking the basket, and I had mismatches out on the wing, and I knew that if we picked it up defensively, then it'd turn into offense, and it gave us a big boost with those 3, and because they were playing defense really, really hard, so it boosted me defensively, and defense turns into offense, and I felt like the last 11 minutes we really got a big boost.
Now, this was the season debut for Stephanie Rosado. Did that help from the player standpoint, knowing you've got somebody like that on the court as well?
Yeah, definitely. Stephanie definitely went in there and battled, and she gave us a lot of points and rebounds, and she did a really good job, and she's transitioned very well from practicing to the game, and she's only going to get better from here.
Then, Chris, the same question. Talk about the return of Stephanie and what that means for the team.
Well, Bill, 17 points, 6 rebounds in 21 minutes. She's the best center in the Summit League. And when you take the best center in the league out of your offense, it changes things. And it doesn't mean we can't win without her, but it changes what we're doing. It makes Rachel's job harder. It makes Ann's job harder. You're relying on freshman post players. And we all know what it's like to be a freshman. It's hard. So then all of a sudden you put that calming presence back in. Not only can she score on the block, but she steps out and shoots the ball really well. And she brings this energy, this chip on her shoulder, this competitiveness that's contagious. It was wonderful to see her back, and it's nice to know that going forward we've got our center back, and we'll hopefully we'll be at full strength from here on out.
Now with the first win, behind you, what do you expect to see going forward?
I expect us to get better. We still have a long way to go, Bill. We still have to try to find a killer instinct a little bit. I know it was Michigan State, but we still had a 4-point lead and had them on the ropes, and then they went on a 15-3 run on us. We had a lead on Ashland in our exhibition, and we let it get away. Tonight we had a 10-point lead, and we let it get away. We've got to figure out a way to, when we get a lead, to put teams away. But it's a growing process. Like we said, we got 8 basically new people, and they're all still trying to get their sea legs underneath them and get their basketball, footwork and game conditions back. So, we're 4 games in of this long stretch. We got one more tough one on Sunday, and then we'll have a few days off. But we're just going to continue to go to work tomorrow and get better as a basketball team.